In this video, we'll create a simple React component. Here in the editor, have a look at the tree view. We have the My Project directory and the dist and source directory, but I've also got a JS directory for JavaScript now. And off the JavaScript directory, I've also got a components directory. And that's where all my components are going to reside. So we're going to build our first component, and what I've done is I've created another folder off components. I've named it home because we're going to create a home page. And so under the home directory, we have a homepage.jsx file. Okay, so I'm just going to open that a little bit farther. We can see more of our code. Let me open this. Okay, so first thing we're going to do though is we're going to go into our index.html file because we don't need this anymore. So we can just get rid of all of this. No hard coding required anymore. We don't need our button elements. We don't need our div hard coded there, and we don't need our list items. So let's go ahead, we'll delete that. Okay, so very, very simplified index.html file. Let's go ahead and save that. And now let's go into our index.js file. Okay, so let's go into our index.js file. We'll make some changes there as well. Okay, so we've got our reference to jQuery and we've got it at the global namespace. But here we don't need this line anymore. We're not going to call on our console or anything. Okay, in lines 4 and 5 here, you can see that we are importing the libraries we need by making a call to React and React DOM. And React, of course, is the React library and React DOM because we're going to be rendering our output to the DOM. And there's also a reference to homepage here. So we make reference to that using require and the hard-coded path here. Notice that I also had to include the extension here, JSX, because I'm using the JSX extension. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. Okay, and you can see the folder structure here, JS, components, home, and my home page. Now, here's how we render it. We call React DOM.render, and here's the component we're going to render. And here is where we are going to render it in the app div. And we remember that's over here, okay, in our index.html file. All right, so now our home page. So here's our JSX file. And we start with use strict, and we